Joyce Erb from Paper Finesse, guest designer for Cut at Home. I show you tips for people with challenged or weak hands, and also other techniques and products are explored. Today, the base of my card is a piece of cardboard that I tore off of a packing box. And I cut it down a little bit. And I'm taking my tweezers trying to lift up a piece of paper. That's my granddaughter. She's going to be helping me do some of the tearing here. And I'm going to be using some distress stains. And I'm using my scissors to try and get it going. Now, this is my granddaughter. She's 4, almost 5. And she had great fun trying to tear this up. I found the easiest way to get it going after she got off the top layer was to use the scissors in the groove. I just put it right in the groove and lift it up, and then she was able to tear off nice big chunks for me. This is the hardest part of this whole card, was getting the paper off. I'm using the Distress Stain Walnut, and as you can see here, I am very carefully placing it. I'm joking. I randomly spread it around all over the place. By the way, my tip for today for people with weak hands is to utilize the help of anybody around, including your grandkids. This is Broken China Distress Stain. Why I'm pushing it on my craft mat is because I want to get the flow going. Of course, I'm not going to waste it. I'm trying to get it nice and juicy. It seems to spread a whole lot easier on this cardboard. And it spreads easier where the paper is not torn. This color is Antique Linen. And I found this color combination on Pinterest, and it looks great, except that it's too muted for this cardstock. So I go in with some Wild Honey to darken it up a little bit, and then I'm going to come back with some Blue Lagoon. Because the cardstock has got such a base color of tan, it really needed more intensity for what I wanted. So I continue just to spread it around. And then I'm going to push it to the side and let it dry. Now I'm using the same original color combo, which is the walnut stain, the antique linen, and the broken china for a tag. And now I'm placing it good quantities on the mat. I started with the antique linen, then the broken china, the walnut stain I think is in the middle actually. Lay the tag and just push up a little bit. So I had the blue at the top and the bottom, and the two tans in the middle. So now I'm just going to apply color on the tag. There's too much white space for me, or beige space. So I'm using the blue again. I believe that might be the Blue Lagoon. Use whatever color combination appeals to you. I'll be showing you in a little bit what inspired my color combination, other than the card I saw at Pinterest. This is antique linen, and I'm just trying to get some more color to the background, and that's still not really doing it for me. So I let it dry, and this is what inspired me. I've got this pack from Graphic 45 of journaling cards, and they're really cool cards. And I've got a pack of the tags and also some miscellaneous papers. And I wanted to do something with it, so I just pulled it all out, looked it over, compared it with my colors to see what would work with it. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some paint. And this is an iridescent gold paint from Pebeo. And it doesn't take a lot. In fact, I've got too much here. I'm going to add some water to it. Water it down. And I start with a brush. but it's too thick, too heavy. And I want to be able to see through it. So I'm squirting it with some water, and I switch to my fingers. Actually, it's my thumb. At this point, my nails are too long for, my fingernails are too long in my fingers to spread it. So I just use my thumb. I was just going to hit it in random spots, but I ended up putting it pretty much all over. I like how it turned out. It's really got a lot of shimmer. Now this piece was way too dull, so I decided to brighten it up as well. And I put it on the cardboard and I squirted it a little bit with water to help spread. And when I'm doing this with my hand at this point, my granddaughter asked me if I felt like an artist. I thought it was so cool. Here's the shimmer. Shimmers and shines. Now, because of the weight of this, I definitely used my Angel Craft tape, which is really super strong. And I picked this background to put behind my piece. And the background is part of the focal image. And then I'm going to layer my tag. I also have the strong adhesive on this. And I added a couple pieces of string that I had in my stash. I'm going to put this strip behind it. I actually ended up making the strip a little smaller. But if you can see there behind the tiger, it's got that same pattern that's in my background layer. And I'm just figuring out where I want to put stuff. That one was too big. Decided to put a little tag of elephants. I didn't like that at all, so I just tossed it. The tag was too big, so I fussy cut the parrot out of it. I always see these great pieces that people do, the multimedia pieces, and they've got all this stuff, and by the time they're done, they covered up everything that they just painted. And I didn't want to do that. I took the marker and colored around the edge of my parrot, and those are some little embellishments I had that I didn't think worked. And I cut everything with my Cutter Bee scissors that are Teflon coated. Here it is all together, glued, and I used some pretty strong adhesive. Just for the elephant and the tag, the two flat pieces, I just used my Crafter's Companion tape. And then my little decorative flower, and on the corner of the tag and the two corners, I used the 3-in-1. And then I used pop dots behind the focal image and the bird. And I used some smaller ones that I doubled up on the edges where it overhangs the cardboard. And then I tried to color it black. And then after I was all done, I remembered I had black pop dots. So just let you know they are available. Well, I hope you enjoyed the project today. And all the products used in the written instructions will be at the Cut at Home blog. The featured products today is Graphic 45, the Safari Collection. Don't forget to subscribe to the Cut at Home blog and also to Paper Finesse.